Hey folks, well I thought I'd do this from here because this is what it's about, my winter plantings and what I'm actually doing. I will give you a quick look round. We were talking on the live chat with Marcy last night, so good luck with your thing. Check out Marcy's channel, Learning Curve Acres. You'll be able to see the video and what they've got planned. We were talking, I was saying I'm growing some Claytonia. It's miner's lettuce, so I'm going to see how that goes in here this year. As you know, or you might know, this is only my second year with the greenhouse, so therefore I'm learning all the time, and I'm trying to extend my season as much as I can and get as much food out of it as I can up to and over winter. That's why I'm planting stuff like this, even if it gives me early spring crops and not a winter crop. I've got stuff coming on now, and I'll show you that. I have a few other plans, but another thing I'll be interested in, if you've got any ideas yourself, is what are veg costing where you live. I went to the supermarket the other day to fetch essentials. I weren't buying veg, just essentials, beer and bread. But for instance, I've got some photos. They're not very good, but I'll show you the sort of cost. But like, for example, a broccoli, it was $7.95 for a broccoli head, about as big as that, you know, probably not as big as my fist. So, and funnily enough, my kids are going, we want broccoli soup, we want broccoli soup. And I've got some plants going, but not as many as I'd like. So next year, now I know it's in. So, and cucumbers, for instance, like $1.95 for a cucumber. And our money here is about the same as the US dollar. I think a pound, if you're in UK, is about 125, 130 Swiss francs. So five francs would be £4 sort of thing. But I'll show you what's going on here and some thoughts, and I'll get on with it. It's nice to be nice. So, more winter plantings. I think it was 3000% who said try some rocket. I've just picked up a new bulb for the bathroom, don't ask. Children throwing things. But while I was there, I had a look in the plant section. So I've got some nut salad, the rocket, and Claytonia. I bought some more basil seeds as well because they were on offer. What I'll do is I'll plant some of them up, and hopefully we'll get some off them. We should do. And I'll just give a quick look at what's going on. So, just for Ryan, I'm going to prick these out. It's a very English tradition, pricking your plants out. And while I was having a coffee after lunch, I made myself a little pricker out. Well, these are all starts, which I've started, as you can see. Some haven't started. I've got some basil in these, the Claytonia and nut salad and rocket. Now, I might do this a little bit different. I've been looking them up, so I might end up spreading some in beds rather than trying to prick it out and replant it. But that's some basil to try. That's what's left of my salad, because I planted some of that up. I'll show you. Just spin you around slow as we go past here. The bucket wall is filling up. Them onions have sort of kicked off. They didn't do so well, but these are salads. These are coming on nice now. These are the first ones that I did. Got some more here. More beets, hopefully for leaves or bulbs. See how they go. And these are the other beets that I brought in, which I can use for leaves, because once they're in here, leaves have tend to have cleaned up. I've pulled off any I found with miner. And I've got another 40 lettuces there. They're all mixed. There'll be red, green, Lilla Rosa, American brownleaf lettuce. There's a load of different sorts of lettuce in there. And as you can see, I've also got mushrooms growing in here. I ought to really ID them. That might be something I should do. But because of that, it gave me also a thought. Now, my thought was, while I'm out collecting mushrooms, I'll get some of the edibles that we eat and try inoculating these beds with those mushrooms. It's hot and humid in here, so if that as a substrate is suitable to any of the mushrooms that we eat and find, in theory they should colonise it, and I could get some mushrooms out of it as well. Just a thought, an experiment. If you don't try it, you'll never know. I think these carrots, I'm going to have to pull them. They're not doing very well. They've got a bit of powdery mildew with look at it. I could spray them with milk and thin them out, but I probably won't. Now, talking about that mildew on the carrots, I did mention before I'm going to put some vents inside, this side and other side. I'm in two minds whether to do it sort of now or in spring. I think probably now might be a good idea just for time. But the idea is I'm going to cut some vents out and put a sheet of plastic across. I'm going to net the vents because we get mice, voles, slugs, so I'm going to net them and hopefully be able to rig it up so that when that lifts it pulls them vents up at the same time, because I did lose a lot of blooms on me tomatoes during that really hot spell we had. I've just got to work out how I'm going to do that. I might just pull them as I pull the what's left of these cold tomatoes, because I can fill that bed up and get some stuff going in it. As you can see, that's planted up. It's looking alright. Radishes in the middle, lettuce at either side. Just thought I'd see how they'd go, because this is the sort of plan I've got. 8 lettuce and then whatever I can fit in the middle, be it spring onions or radishes or Claytonia or whatever, you know, because I'm hoping to have stuff that'll be mature as we get the temperatures, you know, gone and the light's gone. If I've got mature plants, they'll stay in stasis or grow very, very slowly. So if I've got enough, I can just pick a few from each bed, box, bucket, whatever, and we should have salad over winter. Salad's expensive in winter here. A lot of stuff's expensive. That's what I was saying about your prices, you know. This one is just turning a little bit of colour, so I'll be able to plant that up as well. I think I'm probably going to take these out. These are the Costa Lutos, and they've got a few tomatoes on the green. I'll probably take them off and put them on windowsill, so that gives me another box. And what I've got here is peas for pea shoots, and hopefully they'll do alright. Naturally I'm going to wait till death with my peppers, because they're doing alright, you know. Probably going to dry a load of these, because they are excellent. I really like them. I'm still getting good peppers off these. So I've got, you know, doing well with sweet peppers this year. Best I've ever done. And I will say, $5.95 a kilo. I don't know whether that's expensive or not, but that's what they cost in here. So, and you don't know who's growing them, where they come from. I don't know. I mean, a lot of stuff here is bio, and they do try and do local, but you never know what you get, do you? I know exactly what's gone on here. Cucumber inside, doing fantastic. The ones outside are all about dead because we've had like down to 6 centigrade. Greenhouse makes a huge difference. Even in among these have grown to ones that are outside. I might show you that. Potatoes. What I'm probably going to do with them is put them all down one side. Which side, I don't know, but because they grow tall, they're no good at me at the top. That one won't hurt. In fact, that one I could probably harvest and use that bucket, see what I've got in there. But these are all growing. I'll show you cucumbers outside, compressing, and I'll also show you some King of the North that I planted outside. Same plant at the same time, same plants. I'll show you them too. These are cukes, outside cukes, all but dead. It's not through lack of water, just through temperature drop. So, I mean, you can see the difference it makes for me with the greenhouse. But on the other side of that. These were planted quite late, and I've had quite a few cucumbers off them in reality. And I don't know, I've probably had about 15, 20 cucumbers off. No, 15. 15's more like it, I couldn't say exactly, but about 15. But that'll be transferred into greenhouse for when we run out of onions for spring. So will that. Obviously we can use it as green onions as well. And that will be, which again is more beets, which can be used for leaves, but you can see difference in quality of leaves. These have got minor, or I've had minor. So what I might end up doing is cutting leaves back on the bigger leaves and see if they'll sprout new, smaller, fresh leaves like that, baby leaves, for salads. This is difference in them salads from inside to outside. It's a lot of difference in size. The first ones, the bigger ones, were pulled out at, again, just at this size, and I transplanted them out of here. And these are the king of the north outside. They were held back a little bit in a pot, alright? That's the pepper. There was another one there, but it had rotted. Now, in its defence, that was shaded by that sunflower head that I cut off the other day. Well, we cut down with kids, so it's not had really any sun for a long time. I've had some nice cabbages, $4.50 a head in the supermarket. It's not because of price, is it? A couple of broccolis. There's some more, but I know what I'll be planting more and be better organised next year for broccoli and stuff. So guys, I'm sorry for a long one. I thought I'd just conclude on something, and I know I've been going about food prices. I don't grow because of the price of food. I grow because I enjoy it. But one thing I will say, this year I've spent less than what I've made back in food. Some stuff cost a little bit of money to set up, like the Spudomatic and filling it up and filling the tubs in the greenhouse. But I've been amending that soil and just topping them up. I will have to buy some more soil if I do another Spudomatic in that area for my lates. But in general, well, we don't do it for money anyway, do we? We do it for freshness. You don't get much fresher than that to our kitchen. You don't get any fresher than that to our kitchen, in fact, unless they were growing in kitchen, because it's 15 steps away practically. So we don't do it for that. But this year I've won. I've grown more than what it's cost me, and the food's better than what I can buy at supermarket. Just for variety, the variety and the quality, and I know exactly what's gone into it and what's gone on it and what hasn't gone on it. So I'll conclude with that. Thanks for watching if you've managed to get to end, and don't forget, it's nice to be nice.